KX News Storm Team.
Welcome back, everyone, into KX News at 4. Bit of a strong cold front working through the state this afternoon, and not only has it provided us with some gusty winds, there are a few spots enduring some isolated heavier downpours. As Jack was mentioning, in the Magic City, we're seeing a few showers aligning there, looking at radar, but we're going to highlight a few more of these heavier downpours extending closer to Bottineau, Willow City, Towner, so specifically approaching right along Highway 2 there. Not going to be much of a nuisance, and certainly not as much of a nuisance as the winds have been for us throughout this afternoon. Where we stand right now, temperature-wise, much chilly, feeling just like fall, even feeling a little bit more like mid-October, early November there across the board. We've got 60s in the Magic City, Williston, Dickinson, Bismarck, all sitting within the 60-degree range. And of course, highlighting those winds to stand out of the northwest, 35 miles per hour in Williston, only about 25 miles per hour closer to the Magic City overall, but it certainly has put a damper on those temperatures. Take a look at this. We do have 52 degrees in Newburgh there, 56 in Turtle Mountain, 54 closer to Rugby, and really the only 70 we've found on the map this afternoon, Wolf Point there, sitting just at 70 degrees. This is a look at some of the highest wind gusts reported through today, and I will step away from the map for just a second here. Just after 1:30 this afternoon, the capital city did mark a gust of 67 miles per hour. See all the rest of the spots on this map here, anywhere between 50 to almost 70 mile per hour gusts reported here. And as for when this may die down, as we look through the course of the next several hours, even approaching the dinner time points in time here, you can see 45 to 50 mile per hour gusts still might be on the table here. Even looking at these areas encompassed in purple, upwards of 45 miles per hour here. We're going to see these winds attempt to subside. That'll go hand in hand with when this high wind warning is set to expire here across the state. But we could see another push of those breezier conditions getting ushered back in for your Friday morning plans. Thankfully, not quite what we've seen this afternoon. But as we look ahead to, say, Saturday morning, this is the other top weather headline here for you. We do have some spots that'll be teetering close to that freezing mark as you're waking up. So, of course, we do have any plants that are very susceptible to frost. Highly recommend you either cover them up or bring them indoors to lengthen the growing season there for you. But it's already prompted the National Weather Service to issue a freeze watch for Friday night into Saturday morning for the areas you see highlighted within that lighter shade of blue. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if some remote locations teeter below the freezing mark, closer to those mid to upper 20s. So as we take a look at Williston's next 5, we'll be talking those temperatures slowly warming up here. We may see a return to those 70s as we approach Sunday. The 80s will be back on the table here for early next week. And looking at Dickinson's next 5 here, 50s, 60s, 70s, and then right up into the 80s for early next week. And here's a look at Minot's next few days. Upper 50s for tomorrow. Really chilly out there. As we approach early next week, we'll be back into those 80s. Hopefully we can hold steady with those values going through the end of next week. And finally, taking a look at Bismarck's next several days. Mid-50s will be the chilliest day we see on the map here. And as we approach early next week, possibly hitting those 80s. So I hope summer is not over quite yet here, Joel.
You're not alone there. Lots of people are kind of hoping to hang on to some of these pleasant evenings, whether it's, some time to mow the grass, have some, enjoy some patio meals, things like that. It's still popular. You want to hang on to those evenings as long as you can.
So Monday marked the start of meteorological fall. We have quite a ways to go until we get towards the autumnal equinox there. That's when the days start to get shorter. We
kind of know what's coming once we start waking up and seeing that frost on the grass. We haven't got to that part yet.
I hope you covered up those tomato plants we've been talking about.
It'll probably have to happen soon. Probably have to get the blankets out pretty soon with the whole garden and all that.
We got to do that so we won't lose any of those tomatoes.
We're just starting to ripen too. Vanessa, thanks so much, and stay with us.